even get to cross.
Mais um episódio, terceiro episódio de Wolf Among Us. E acho que vocês estão a curtir da série, não é? E o caralho, pronto, ainda bem.
Are you fucking kidding me? When is this thing happening?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
Like e favorito. Subscrevam, partilhem, ok? E comentem também. Vamos lá então, pessoal, ao terceiro episódio de Wolf Among Us, episódio 5, Cry Wolf. I'm fine. Estou bem.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that
Vamos lá então aí, tipo.
No. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
What do you have to say for
Where
yourself?
the fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they
You're a
have done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The crooked man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too.
Está morto!
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Don't worry about it. It's done.
Justice has already been dispatched.
Big B executed him.
What?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been detected.
Pessoal,
That doesn't change anything. We'll deal with it later, but
pessoal,
right now, you're the one I'm considering.
coisas que eu tenho para vos dizer.
Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case you still have a lot.
Vou tentar voltar com alguns jogos do canal,
Who would be allowed to speak.
entre eles
The rest of the charges.
Let Her Finish,
Let her finish.
entre eles Rust.
Got it?
Entretanto vou ter que pedir outra vez o jogo ao meu colega, porque como eu fui o teu computador, fiquei sem o
You are
jogo.
charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting
E basicamente é isso.
various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
The rest of the charges are more than enough to deserve
We
execution.
all know who you are. We know what you've done.
Just give it up already.
The crooked man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its
Citizens.
These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together,
Puta de feira, meu.
of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
É isso, é tratar aí toda a gente com igualdade, mesmo quando não merecem. Fala, palhaço. Abre a puta da boca agora.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered two of
É que este crooked man sabe falar, meu.
nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
Ele sabe falar.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Eu fui atacado.
Goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
You better you have a point.
Somewhere with this.
I see, you want to cut right to the point. I can appreciate that. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that.
Hired help. Ajuda contratada.
They are not my slaves.
Não são meus escravos.
Own decisions.
Escravos.
What about Lily?
What about
She wasn't-
Lily?
She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
E então, pessoal, o que é que acharam aí do episódio de Valiant Heart?
Sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
Burn my tree to ashes.
What?
you burned it down?
You see?
We were wrong. We shouldn't have done that to you.
I stand by our reasons. She was helping Crane and the Crooked Man, but we could have handled the situation better. And I'm sorry for that.
What choice did I have?
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection.
Estamos a tentar vos proteger.
We've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man
Like him.
exploiting you, exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Bem, e agora?
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But
That
it
is
doesn't
not
disguise
the
its
fact
exact
decisions are completely unfounded.
The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
a
that...
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Fuck you!
Fuck you, okay?
I'm sick of your shit.
You see what I mean?
Bigby?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We
did
all...
not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
Right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Calm down, please.
This isn't I mean, a certain level of privilege should be afforded to you.
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will...
Big bad wolf. This one. What the fuck?
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Go ahead.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just shut up. You
Pois é.
saved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order.
A Vivian matou-se ela própria. Killed herself.
Back at the pudding and pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think...
Nerissa!
My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
Ever.
To take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
There will be more if he isn't stopped.
Foda-se a puta de feira, meu.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision. Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything. What about Bigby? What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only
Eu, a sério?
representative, really. He should be the judge.
Ok, para mim o Crockett Man não vai ser preso.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's
it's...
what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Esta aqui não vai ser uma destas.
Teach him a fucking
É esta.
lesson. Everyone, I'm not this way.
Olha-me que palha. There you are.
I hope
You all remember this moment.
Think of me when you try to sleep.
Tirá-lo.
Miss me.
Pega.
No.
I won't. Mirreu.
Lily.
And Faith.
Faith.
Yes.
Another one of a series from the books. Ora, salvando o saving, apareceu ali. Pessoal, este episódio vai ficando por aqui. Espero que tenham gostado. Já sabem, like, favorito, comentem, partilhem, subscrevam quem ainda não subscreveu. Mais coisas virão. Possivelmente irei voltar com algumas séries do canal que não foram acabadas por problemas técnicos. Por isso, pessoal, obrigadão por terem assistido. Até à próxima e fui!